Okay, hey there, it's DJ. Let me go ahead and get Dwarf Fortress kicked off. I'm gonna start a brand new fort. And we'll see what we see. Let's go ahead and create a new world. Hope you're all having a good evening. Let's go ahead. I'd like to have a little bit more years than 100 years, so we're gonna go into detailed mode. Let's go ahead with a medium region. And let's do 150 years. Let's just check and see. Let's see if views of caves is turned on or off. Make caves visible. Let's turn that off so that we can get surprised if we stumble across one. And let's go ahead and drop these down. I think I had to bump these up last time. These are the Z levels between each level of the cavern. Okay, Z levels. I'll leave that one. Yeah, let's leave that one at 25. Z levels above layer 1. So let's try that. Okay. Let's go ahead and create the world. Give that a minute to bake up a new world. Wow, only one rejected. I was playing earlier and I had like 45 rejected. Constructed the Bud Mines in the Sect of Luxury. Let me switch over my camera so you guys can actually see the game. There we go. Brilliant. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and play now. A good sized ocean over here. I like this little bat guy up here in the corner. I like the new graphics. We're gonna do fortress mode. Let it bake for 2 weeks, as usual. Okay, so first things first. Let's choose an origin civilization. Looks like we have 5 civilizations to pick from. Let me know if the music is too loud on the game. And we got 990 down here in the icy corner. 560 kind of floating out here in the plains. We got 1500 up here. Looks like there's some nasty woods right there. We got the Zeal, 1400. They're by the ocean. Looks like we got a lot of humans, a lot of elves, dwarves, patch of goblins right in the middle. That one might be the interesting one. It's all desert out here though. Thank you, Holodeck Attic. I can never tell how the music's gonna be on the live ones. I'm used to recording them and then adjusting the audio later, so. Yep, I think I like the Zeal Hammer of Shade for this location here. We'll look around and see what we can find for an embark here. So let's go ahead. I'm not going to use that find embark. I'm going to take a look around. So there's a new one here, right where it says neighbors. Elves 1,000. It kind of gives you an idea now of how many of that other civ is near you. So we have hundreds of goblins, 1,000 elves, a few hundred humans, some dozens, 2,000. There's a tower up here, but there's only a few in the tower, but could be necromancer that does bad things. I do like that it's given me a little bit more information now. And this is all terrifying up here. Hundreds of goblins. We have a little island out here with humans and goblins. Last one for Pickrung. I didn't have any elves nearby, so I'm kind of wanting to do something with elves, humans, and goblins. There is no vegetation out here in this desert. Kind of rough without any trees whatsoever. There's some scarce trees. Zoom in here and take a look at this. Got sparse trees, moderate vegetation. Yeah, I was gonna take a look here and see if I have some good waterfalls or good elevation of... I was thinking maybe even a building right up on the cliffs here. Someplace where water hits the cliffs and get a good waterfall going. Moderate vegetation, sparse. That tower is pretty close. We got elves, we got humans. We have flexstone, we have a light aquifer, we have a little soil. Yeah, that river kind of comes in right here, and if I show cliffs and grades, it's coming. This is the river coming in. So if I did something like that. So I'm going to have that elevation here, down here on this side. I'm going to have some mountain cliffs coming up like there. I could drill into the side of the mountain. What we have down here going on. That one's interesting right here. Definitely going to be a waterfall right there. Right where this little jig-jag river is. But look in here. So there's going to be a valley with mountains on both sides. That might be interesting. It is just a brook. Here we are. What do we have here? Untamed wilds. No trees whatsoever. Interesting. I like this area for the... Yeah, we're getting into haunted here. That's where the dark human pits the... Untamed wilds, woodland scorching. Be a waterfall right there. Be both a good and a bad thing. when the merchants come a visiting, and all of a sudden you find that they've all jumped off the waterfall out of pure joy, and you just finding bodies at the bottom of the waterfall. Of course, down here in the corner we do have some mystical. I always like mystical for the unicorns. Wonder if we did the backside of this mountain. Untamed wilds. Humans, elves, goblins. 3,000 goblins. Heavily forested, thick. Untamed wilds. Woodland. That river just kind of dies off right there. I would have expected more cliff right here. Right in there. But up here. This is a little interesting. Watchful of the sensual. Stream, untamed wilds, thick forests, flexstone, mountain, dry broadleaf forest, light aquifer, little patch right there, mountain jutting out. Try that one. On this side of the river, I'm thinking that there's probably a protruding mountain on this side and the river coming through. So let's do something like, why don't we make it a little, there we go. Get a little bit more land. Do something like that. You have selected a large area. Choose a smaller area if you experience lag. If you've selected an area with light aquifer. Okay, that's fine. Water may immediately be pumped out. Sure. Selected a savage area. Wildlife may be dangerous. Sure. Okay, I am gonna actually prepare for this journey carefully. So let's just take a look here real quick. First off, I'm looking at their abilities, their natural, just about them. I'm looking for anybody who's strong. Here we go, strong. Lycott is strong. Sazir resists sickness. Okay, so Lycott we're going to make into our fighter. So we're gonna do Axe Dwarf. Let's give Lycott, she'll get some fighting skills, she'll get some wrestling skills, she'll get some dodging, some observer and discipline. Okay. Let's go ahead and give her some swimming. Let's just go ahead and give everybody swimming right now, just so everybody has at least one in swimming. Okay. And let's look at Sazir. Good intuition, frantic, disdains law, values power. And let's look at your personality and your preferences real quick. So you want cloaks and beds. I'm just looking here because I wanted to see who I'm going to make into the expedition leader, who may become the mayor, who may become the baron. So this kind of gives you an idea of their preferences for what they're going to be wanting in the future for you to build all the time. So let's go ahead and give you some leader and have you do appraiser. You're going to do the Cesar's going to do some trading for us. And we also want judge of intent. Okay. We want a bookkeeper. So we're kind of looking for anything bookkeeping related, which I'm not seeing anything bookkeeping related. So focus, poor focus, so you want strong focus for your bookkeeper. So nobody is really jumping out for bookkeeping. I do notice that we do have 6 ladies, 1 male. That's going to be, we'll have to definitely get some migrants in before we can start having some dwarven babies. So let's go ahead, good memory. Let's go ahead and have you be our bookkeeper. So we need a record keeper. Let's make you an adequate record keeper. And let's up your appraiser skill too while we're, just so that the trading is better. Okay, and then we have a bookkeeper, we have a trader. Let's go ahead and we have a military, single military. Let's get a armor smith and a planter and an engraver. Okay, now let's just make sure, let's get some yeah, we definitely have more trees where I picked. Get some initial out of the gate. Bronze battle axes. We're gonna do 2-handed axes. And then some bronze armor. Body wear. Steel here is just so expensive for the amount of points I have. We'll have to do steel later. Do a bronze helm. Some bronze gauntlets. Some bronze high boots. Bronze greaves. Just doing 1 set for our one warrior. We're gonna pop that person into training right away. It basically loads you down with everything, all the basic needs. I don't use rock nuts. I don't really use sweet pods. I don't use dimple cups really for, you can use them for dyeing. I'm going to up my plump helmet spawn and my pigtails. We have plenty of food for a while. Plenty of thread. Let's go ahead and we could order elephants. Wow. Okay. $251 out of 199. So I think we're going to hold on elephants and we'll bring some turkeys. I think we'll just do turkeys. Okay. So check a name here. Hog domains, after domains. Let's change that. Moistness. Haze crack. Haze busy. Haze dress. Nut dress. Let's look at that the nut dress the nails. Prairie nails. Sounding better. Sounding worse. Flag's life. No, no, no. Axe. The dirt axe. Messiah's axe. Ooh, the sky axe. Okay, I'm okay with the sky axe. Of? Luxury of wheels. Sky axe of strength. That sounds lovely. Go ahead and embark. Sure, I am ready. We're starting out elevation 45, pretty high up. Sky Axe of Strength. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. Anrizlabash Imin. The Sky Axe of Strength. Strike the earth. Let's take a look around. Okay. We do have a river down here. There's a lot of trees down there. We do have some brown recluse spider webs out here that we could collect and start making a silk pretty quickly. Let's just take a look real quick at what else we have. We have some carp, stingray. We have some hippos. Hippos are always interesting because I tend to see them at the beginning and then they just kind of go off the map and never return. So they get scared away by us. And I have never seen giant monarch butterflies before, so we'll just take a look at those real quick. Large monster in the shape of a monarch butterfly. We do have a lot of good plants here on the ground. I'm seeing a lot of kinaf. We can definitely use that. And then we also have rope reeds. Good, good. Lychee, tea trees, avocado trees, papayas, tea trees, cassava. This is where the mountain starts, so we kind of have this area of treeless. Seeing some tourmalines over here already. Kaolinite sandstone. Sandstone. Clay. Giant firefly. But first, let's go in and get some protection. So go look at who I have. Peasant, expedition leader. I didn't catch the name of who I did my skills for my military on. Should have paid attention to that. Skills, combat, nope. Start at the top. Skills, combat, nope. Is it our expedition leader? No. There we go. Lycott. That's right. Lycott. Militia commander. Lycott. Then we need a manager. Then we need a chief medical dwarf. We didn't give anybody any health. Yeah, well, we will continue on. It's pretty normal. Nobody has any healing skills, but that's fine. Let's set the engraver up as healing as well. Sazir. Toast it. Okay. Now, it would be nice to kind of come down here and maybe drill into the side, but that's a bit away from the wagon for hauling. So maybe we will drop down into this layer here, one down. Have this kind of be the side wall. Start building out right here. Or maybe down where this firefly is, closer to the woods. We do have micro lines starting right there. Some gemstones. Okay. This is looking promising. Let's see what else we got with our turkey. We got 2 stray yak cows. So we do have some milk. So let's go ahead and set up a pen. I don't know if that firefly will be aggressive or not. And let's go ahead and start digging down. Let's do it the opposite way. I always do that particular one. Hey, there we go. Now we'll see if we hit the aquifer. So we do have a light aquifer around here somewhere. I need some wood. If we do hit an aquifer, we can deal with that. And wood pile. Check on woodcutters. Okay, our planter is going to do some wood cutting. Interesting how we have this like little thin white sand right at the top there, but it's not down any. Interesting. Get some sandstone. I like the yellow oranges of the sandstone when we build out some. This will go video on demand afterwards. I'll just keep going. So, Machiavelli, there will be a YouTube video of this published. So, best of both worlds. You can watch what you want to watch. Oh wow, the hippos actually came up and were taking a looky-loo at what I was doing. That's surprising. Usually they're just run off the screen as soon as I get to a world. But these ones were genuinely like interested in what's going on. Surprising. If those hippos don't run away first, I'd like to get some traps, but I'd need mechanisms. And I kind of need to dig out some area too. What we can do is I'm going to do a bigger hallway as this entryway. Put some doors here. Do entry hallway here. Like a big old T-junction off here. I think I am going to get a second miner. But you stick good. Dragging the yaks back constantly. We need to fence that in, protect the yaks. We could simplify that a little bit by not having to build all the walls. We could cut out something like this. Yeah, something like that. Then what we'll do is we will get things going downstairs. We'll just give them a little time. Native gold. I have never actually got hippos. In all the time I've been playing, I've never been able to, like I said, they always run off the map beforehand. Looks like they've scattered. Are they still on the map? Yeah, there's still some hippos out here wandering around. I should change that. Extend that, set it to a 5. Do those later. Do the more important downward digging first. Shirt. What I'll do is I'll cut this off, just lay it down as a plan. Do something like that. Let's put it back on 4s. It's just a storeroom for us to get our stuff. Move downstairs. We want one other room going. Well, we actually need offices. Let's go ahead and get a guild hall set up here just so that people will have some place to chill and relax and start talking to each other. Nice thing about turkeys is you can just bring them automatically underground. They don't need to be up eating grass or anything, so. Start building out the meeting area. New guild hall. Let's set this as... We have somebody with engravers, so let's go ahead and... yeah. So I was trying to choose between engraving and armoring. I usually try and set these initial ones up as medical, so they start learning how to bandage and I get more people. Then we can actually set up a new one here that they can start utilizing. Everything except for stone. Excuse me, and wood. Just nap in the Engravers Guild Hall. So I would like you to continue mining first. Also go ahead and turn off fishing. And I need to get some beds out too, looks like. Yeah, the turkeys are good because you don't have to feed them as well, and that's why I tend to put them into the Forgotten Beast web chambers. Make this bigger, a little more room now. Sleeping on the floor. Hey, hippos are gone. Do have a giant mantis, two rattlesnakes, giant eagle, peregrine. That giant mantis is flying around. I can break apart this wagon. Maybe I'll get the hippos back. I don't have any good soil since I am in the mountains. Probably have to come out here because it looks like there's some silty clay out here, so I don't have any place to really plant, so we'll dig out there. Something, let's just let them, okay, they finished that off. And that's no good. Because we're not going to get any grass unless we put water in there. So, didn't do what I was hoping. Oh well. Let's go ahead and open this up. Open these up. Go ahead and move this one up a little bit, something like that, because that'll give me 3 by 3 office space. Let's change these to 3s. So we get them done first. And let's go ahead, create a little barracks right there, right at the door. And let's create a new squad. No uniform. Okay. Whip. Add a uniform. What did we have? We have axes. So we want breastplate, helms, greaves, gauntlets, high boots, battle axe, bronzy, okay, so this is the both Lycott and Sazet are common dwarf names, so bronze axe. We did have a number of Lycotts and a number of Sazets on the other one, on Pickrung. Okay, now we can assign, and then we will schedule, train. And we want to equip. Fine. Bronze axe. Okay, we have a guard on duty. Lay out some office space. Wall one, a office. Let's do multi. go ahead and make this one manager. And this one, bookkeeper. So we're still on about. We can do as well is we'll start a workshop. So the bookkeeper, up here at the top, the bookkeeper's in charge of counting all your stuff. So the bookkeeper went through and counted how many meats I have. Before I assigned the bookkeeper, these were all saying about 10 meats. Once the bookkeeper went through and identified, now I have accurate numbers. The manager, once I get my workshops going, the manager manages saying, oh, you need 4 more tables. Let's go make 4 more tables. Oh, you need chairs for people to sit in. When I put in my work orders, the manager is the one that goes in and assigns and checks, do we have the materials to do that? Okay, let's go ahead and assign those out to the workshops. So they're very important to the fortress. And especially if like your manager dies and you don't assign another manager, all the work comes to a stop. And then if something happens to your bookkeeper, the bookkeeper is like, you start losing count of what you have. The bookkeeper also looks at the keeps track of the value of the rooms or the rooms that you have. The appraiser keeps track of the value of the rooms. The bookkeeper keeps track of the rooms. So like here, when I say I have a guild hall here, and I look at the guild hall, I have a guild hall. There's a value here. That's the appraiser, but the bookkeeper is tracking all the stuff. No, that one's kind of the manager. I haven't really seen much difference between a legendary manager and novice manager skill-wise. Yeah, some of them it matters and some of them it doesn't really matter as much. Now the bookkeeper, as they increase their skills, they'll have more accurate numbers. And then you can also on the, it used to be on the noble screen, you could, oh, here we go. The accuracy, high precision. So the highest precision, stocks, amounts, display, all counts are accurate. Your bookkeeper has done enough work to attain the highest precision. You can adjust the precision level that your bookkeeper is taking account of the books. I never change it. I'm not sure why you would ever want to lower your precision. So once we get some workshops going, the manager will be able to start placing orders. The initial count's the slow count. Once you've done the initial count, then they're only counting additions to it. So usually the initial one is the biggest, most counted one. Now, if you make a stockpile, they're only counting things in stockpiles. But like this stockpile here doesn't contain any, it's not assigned to stones, so they're not counting the stones that are in this stockpile when they're doing their counts. So if you make a new stockpile and then you say move all the stones there, then they'll start counting all the stones, and then they'll start keeping track of it here in the stocks menu. So this is all the stuff that the bookkeeper is tracking. I have boulders, and I have an account of the boulders, but these aren't really taken into account by the bookkeeper for the value of the fort and everything like that. So, but as with pick rung, things started slowing down. One, I had too many things. I need to manage that better. Two, it was on the release of the siege stuff. They actually broke, I guess Tarn actually broke the FPS for a little while there, because that next patch fixed the FPS. So let's go ahead and build out some workshops. We do 2 stoneworkers, carpenter, a jeweler, mechanic, and a craft station. We're most likely going to build all this with shirt, even though there is some lovely sandstone. There's some bituminous. So let's go, since the miners are getting close to being done, let's go solve our plant problem as well, where we need a farm. So we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do this. This should have soil. So if we come down like this, should be able to put some farms right in here, but we'll just make sure they get to the soil here. There we go. Already starting to hit the clay cavern floor. Most of this should be more clay, which we can start planting in. So we have it set up for blocks only right now, so we need to cancel this one. Build workshop. This was a stoneworker. You want to choose manually. And let's go ahead and make it out of sandstone so we get a nice nice one here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Once again. Once again, I picked a world with Kias. At least they're not giant Kias. They're still going to steal our stuff. Right now our stuff consists of wood on the ground. They might come in, they might fly inside and find our find our military standing here ready to take them out. But keys are the bane of my existence. Hey, we're getting better soil down here. And then from the people sleeping on the floor, I think we just have to go ahead and focus on building out some bedrooms real quick too. But let's put a farm in. Let's do something like that. There's this bituminous, which would be good to mine that out. So let's make some space for some seeds as well. So much better how quickly they dig through this softer material. Okay. Put down some plants. Go completely brain dead for a minute here. Right. We want farm plot. It's funny. I see this. I watch other YouTubers play Dwarf Fortress, and they do the exact same thing. You play. You know all the stuff. You know where it all is. And then as soon as you start over a new fort, you forget something. Like, oh, migrants. We will call you Whitebeard. Astot, the woodcutter. Yes, we could definitely use another woodcutter. He's not careful with resources when working on projects and often spends unnecessary effort. He seeks out exciting, adventurous situations. He's quick to form negative views about things. He's very humble. He isn't given to flights of fancy. He's somewhat uncomfortable around those that appear unusual or live differently from himself. He is trusting. He's assertive. He tends to form only tenuous emotional bonds with others. He's pleased by his own appearance and talents. Tends to consider what others think of him. He tends not to be swayed by emotional appeals. He generally acts with narrow focus on current activity. Good with language, good, not creative, good focus. Poor memory. He's tough. And he has some skills. Okay. I think we should probably get you in the military. Odom also has some weapon skills. Musical, good focus, sickly, not creative, swayed by emotions, poor social awareness. They're younglings. They're younglings with their beards. What is Dastot's? He's quite sparse hair. His quite sparse hair is extremely long. His nose bridge is concave. His teeth are crowded. His nose is somewhat narrow. His ears are somewhat narrow. His hair is pale chestnut. His skin is dark tan. His eyes are raw umber. So it's long hair, but sparse. Very long beard is braided. His long sideburns are braided. His very long mustache is neatly combed. His hair is clean shaven. His hanging lobed flattened ears are very short. His slightly protruding raw umber eyes are somewhat narrow. What kind of skills do you have? Fish cleaner. New arrival. Fish cleaning. Not helpful. woodcutter. Another woodcutter. She also has some military skills. Interesting. Her very long hair is arranged in double braids. She has high cheekbones and she has a narrow chin. Her lips are thin. Her head is somewhat narrow. Her hair is charcoal. Her skin is ecru. Her eyes are raw umber. Well, all of the Kia flew away. We got three new people. Go ahead and put a zone here. And this one will just be food and seeds. All seeds go here. 0 barrels. Go turn that off. Food. Seeds, none. Okay. Let's finish this off by adding some blocks. Then I think what we could do is probably maybe drop a pillar of bedrooms right in this general area here. So let's do that. So maybe do the stairs first. Central staircase of some sort. Let's do it smarter, not harder. Something like that. Little space around the stairs. Okay. So we can have something like that. Well, you end up with a smaller room. Balance that out with another small room over here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's change that one around. Do this. Make a slightly bigger room here. You can absolutely, like last time I did the very 8, 9, 10, okay. Can actually go here. use up some of that extra space. Have a good Thanksgiving, Machiavelli. Okay. Build out maybe something like that. Build out some more different rooms this time than the machine stacks that we built last time. Should be good to get us going. Leave it at that. Let's make sure we have somebody. Add a new work detail, stone carving. Everybody does this. But I think everybody went to plant some plants, is my guess. Yep. Get the food going. Once we have our planter skill trained up, we'll just dedicate 1 or 2 planters to this task. We'll get better quality plants from having more skill there. I think that's all the seed we have. Did you get hurt? Nope. Oh no, he died on the ground. Oh, wonder what got him. Huh. Been like a... I didn't see any battle occur. Come grab the blocks. Thank you. Yeah, I like that color of that sandstone. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and order some beds. Ooh, we need to milk some animals too. Like bed. I'll just start an order for rock blocks so that we have some on hand. Let's got a lot of chirp going on. Make church blocks. get some rock mechanisms on hand. Wow, chalk already. That's delightful. Let's go ahead and get a rule in for some cut gems. Cut 2 if the gems is greater than 2. Also order a couple of rock tables. And some rock thrones for these offices here. We'll get the rock doors going. Let's keep 4 doors on hand. Sure. The healing power was not powerful enough. I'm like, did they get bit by a rattlesnake? Because we had those 2 rattlesnakes earlier. And it did say that the Kia had been in conflict, but I didn't see any notification of conflict. Unless he got scared to death. But I'm not in a scary area. I'm not in a terrifying zone or a haunted zone or anything like that, so. Yeah, I should probably get a well going. Usually I do it at the same time as the hospital. So maybe we should put the hospital, this is fairly easy access right here. I'd like to get the bedrooms in. We could start figuring out the hospital while they're doing that. So we want some little rooms for beds. We can do 5 beds on each side. We can do fairly big hospital. Something like that where we'll have beds with doors in case anybody gets in a state where we need to lock them in. Excuse me. We'll also put a door out the back, and we'll put a training center back here, guild hall. And then we can, off of the guild hall, we'll put an access, and we will come down and build a stairwell down for our well. I always like putting my well underneath my hospital, so we will go ahead and do that. Let's get rid of that screen there, and we will make it the same size where we want to draw down, dig a channel. Something like that. Okay. We don't want to dig out from underneath ourselves. Okay. So they'll dig all the 3s out. They'll dig out this. And then they'll dig out the 4s. Then they'll dig out the 5s, the 6s, and the 7s. It's a large, large pool of water. We'll go ahead and we'll put access points here, which will close down later. So every floor, we'll put an access point. Okay. So then we go to the top of our well, and we'll put a water coming in. So where's the water? Water is right here. So we can start we want it on 36. Let's go ahead and start at the water side. So on 37, we'll want to depressurize the water. So we can come up from there. Let's go ahead and just make a little spiral. I like the spirals. $38, 37. Okay, so from here, this comes at the level of our hospital. So we can come straight back here, but we want to depressurize the water. So let's put a, you don't have to do a double, you could do a single. Like this, so that the water sprays out through here, sprays through here. You could do it just a straight like that. But the key is that we just want to depressurize it at the level of the hospital. This will be the top of the water. We want a break like this. We'll still want to go down a level. So we can back this up a little bit. Let's go down a level right there. Then we can cut this across here. Let's go ahead and give an access port for that. Okay. So they're going to come and build the 3s. They're going to come up here. They're going to come up here. Come up here. Build the break. Dwarves can fit through this little gap. Magic. Then we'll come up the spiral. Up. Spiral. Up. Right to here. And then right here, we'll do a dig down. And that will bring us the water from the river down in early autumn. We should be able to get this in before, if this area freezes, we should be able to get this well in before that. But we'll see if people don't get distracted, namely me. So let's see, how's the bedrooms? Bedrooms are all good. Okay, so all we need to do is really put in this. Let's do a double door in here. Something like that. Okay, and then let's do, looks like we need to make some wooden bins too. Some gemstones. Gotta go take the wall out of that bedroom. Then we want some beds. Nice big bedroom there. Little bedroom. Big bedroom. Okay, so we have our beds, and we have some doors on those beds, doors on those bedrooms. Let's zone the bedrooms as a multi. And those ones there. So we have 10 bedrooms. More than 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Cool. Well, that will get our next migration. They should come running for the beds. Let's go ahead and order some wooden bins. because our stockpile is already messy. What are we in? An hour and 21 minutes, and I've already created a mess. So let's go and help our entryway here a little bit. Let's build some walls. That, and we'll cancel that one. That one. Have a door. We'll want to build a trading post. Yes. Trade depot. Just out in the open? Sure. Lovely place for the Kias. We'll move it later. Yes. Okay. Go start setting up some hotkeys. Let's change our F1 to here. Let's put our F2 here. Nice colorful beds. Hopefully we can get this this well dug. I didn't need to dig out this guild hall particularly right now, but oh well, we did it anyway. Bed's there. We need a stone rock coffer. We need 2 rock coffers, and rock coffers is less than 2. Build furniture chest. 3 of those in here. Okay, we got 1 bin. It's just getting gems in it. I was thinking maybe of not opening the tavern to in Pickrung. We had a lot of visitors coming in, so I was thinking about maybe doing this tavern. See, he just slid right through that little gap there. I mean, it depressurizes the water, but Dobar was able to just slide right through. Maybe making the tavern be resident only for the down here, and later build a upstairs tavern accessible to other people, just so that we don't have the full masses like we had in Pickrung. Maybe. Let's see how this this fortress goes. Although as a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from the Zeal Hammer of Shade is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious crafts dwarfs. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants offer may very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow, meaningless death. We haven't built anything. We do have a trade depot out. We have a roofless little fort here too. And our yaks keep wandering off because they're not caged in anywhere. We need to do that. Let's go ahead and build out a wall. Something like that. Diplomacy. Let's discuss your situation. The world is the same as ever. Good. What do I want? I want seeds. I want plump helmet spawn. And pigtail seeds. And that's all I want. You would like drinks and quivers. Okay, let's... Do I have anything for you at all? I have a pigtail bag. It's most likely filled with seeds. There's some rough tourmalines. Oh, a gem bin. Let's bring the gem bin up and see if I have anything in there worth anything. I bet those bags are just filled with seeds. Bring an elephant? Hey. Nickel silver bars. Yep, I have just rough tiger eyes, so... $36. This trade is, yeah. I don't got nothing to trade with you, so... Might be able to get like a... I can get a piece of silk cloth. You do have books. You do have a book. Can't even afford your cheese, man. Okay, let's trade. And let's go ahead and cut this, this, and this. There's some sand. Check our well. Okay. Most time-consuming part is going to be collecting this materials, these rocks. 'Cause there's some bituminous here. I'd like that. Okay, so we need a rock. Like Kate. Then we want to get these rocks moved. Maybe we'll just do something like this. Just so we don't have to move things very far. And we'll put a garbage dump right here. And then we'll mark all these for garbage. And then we will ungarbage them. Afterwards. So, garbage you. Y'all are garbage. Y'all are garbage. I just don't like a whole bunch of rocks at the bottom of my well. Personal preference. Some other rocks are useful. The bituminous, I want that. And the magnetite, I want that. I could, but I could leave them here. I like having a nice open well with no rocks. Go ahead and put the gate. I also like having getting rid of the ramps on the side. I need this one ramp here so that we can get up and throw these rocks away. It'll be interesting because my pick rung was before the siege update, and so the giant picks you had to update. Build out a new fort to see the giant picks being carried in. So I want to see that. Everybody has some skill. This is good. Everybody is rearing to be able to fight for me. A miner. Ooh. Let's. You are already part of the miner, and you brought a pick. Rakust brought a copper pick. Her hair is extremely long. She has a very thin frame with a bit of fat on it. Her nose is sharply hooked. Her cobalt eyes are round. Her eyebrows are extremely sparse. Her ears are somewhat short. Her hair is gold. Her skin is copper. Who else did you bring? Spouse, Rakust, your husband, is a fishery worker. And you also brought a named ewe. Odom. Pet. Hell, a gem cutter. Okay. You definitely can be assigned to gem cutting. What's your skill at gem cutting? Level 2, adequate. 2 pets. 4 lovers. Are you using the pets to attract other people? Were you a boy or a girl? You're a girl. Are you using your pets to attract your lovers? Maybe. We got Udib, a woodcutter. Also skilled. What's going on? Everybody is like skilled fighters. We're already at 18. Animal caretaker. We'll woodcutter. She came with her wood-cutting husband, Udib, also skilled. This must be a rough world that we're in, since everybody is skilled to defend themselves. Definitely am going to need more veterans. Dig some out here. This. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll put 5 more here. We could do 25 per level. That way they could run up and down the stairs. And all these little jiggy-jaggy areas will keep their view from having to see each other constantly in a big long hallway. Okay, so this one needs to go, because we want to wall that in. Okay. Construction, wall. Wall. Door. We're making our floodgate. We need a lever. We'll just put a lever maybe back here in the zone this as a guild hall. And this is the guild hall for doctors. Okay. Let's go ahead and zone out our hospital. 5 beds. Tables in here. Let's put a standard order for rock tables. These are surgery tables. Keep 4 on hand. We're gonna need tables later. We have not been, or I have not been paying attention, and we're gonna all die here from not having any booze. So we're just going to madly put in a quick still. And we also need to solve our food problem. I've been building things and haven't been paying attention to my numbers up here. And we're in a little bit of trouble right now, but then we can't solve for. So let's come up here, change this around. Build workshop, farmer station. We want a farmer. So we should see some milking. Everybody's running. Okay, drinks. We now have drinks on hand. Yeah, we're picking the food. We do have a lot of stuff here on the ground. We have durians, cashew apples, olives, cashew apples, carambolas, tea trees, avocados. Probably gather some of this fruit that's on the ground. So let's do that. Walk out, get some variety of stuff here. And then we'll also get some of these plants. So cassava leaves, cashew apples, whipvines, cassava leaves, hide root, potatoes, potato plants, pickleberries, durians, yams. Okay. That should recover us from our close food. We do need to zone this, assign extra animals. Could put the puppy. Maybe put the puppy inside. Yep, someone come in and grab this alpaca. Thank you. Okay, there's our, yep, floodgates there. Just link this lever here, and then we'll pull that lever. We need that door. Got orders for doors. We got drinks. I'll put a bed right in front of the door like that. Bedrooms, multis. And turn our miners off of forced mining all the time so they do other stuff. Getting some cleared out shirt right here, so we should probably go ahead and make a stockpile for some shirt. And you know what? I didn't put a regular order for beds. Let's go ahead and do that. Open, comes down. We need a door here. Do we need a door here? We don't need to door here. Sure. We can wall here. We are not needing to go back in there. Wall will be faster than door. Pop a hole. We definitely need to stockpile some rocks here. Stone. Another stone. All. Wagons. Wheelbarrows. 4. Put in wheelbarrows. 3. Our food's jumping up. The wall is in. Down right here. Yes, and everybody's out gathering food. Excuse me. We can plant gatherers. How about you? Ethel? Udib. Other Udib. Labor. Together. Okay. Just wanted to get the husband and wife plant gathering together so they're spending more time together. Water. At least that break is happening well, and we're getting lower pressure here. Okay. And then we need a well. Well. And I think we'll need to probably put in a second carpenter station. Do double carpenter stations here. Take that one out, put another doorway in there. Change all of our 2s to 4s. Well is operational. So now we have hospital with a well. We got threads, we got cloth, we got splints. We need more splints, we need more crutches. We'll need some powder for casts. We'll need some soap. We did get a chief medical dwarf. Let's see if anybody has any other relevant skills. Nope. Why are you unhappy? Uneasy after being unable to pray. Huh? You want to pray. Excitement. Pray. Eat a good meal. Yep, you don't have a dining room. Do you want a temple or a dining room? A temple dining room. Let's go ahead and maybe a 5er. Background had this tiny little dining room and I didn't have any room to expand. So I'd like to something maybe like that. And maybe we'll do a generic temple over on this side. Couple different entrances into it. Okay, so let's put an order in for drink plant. Whenever drinks gets to 25, we'll make 2 more drinks. We got a turkey room going as well. That would be someplace for us to start getting eggs. Okay, we have started collecting wool. We need to get a caramel spin thread. We need to get a spin thread rule going. Never on rotten wool, because that wool will go bad there. What else do we should probably start making some cheese. Thinking is maybe right in here is my I'll move this farmer station back in here, wall this area in, open that up, take over maybe this area here for animal processing. Should probably put a roof over here, protect these animals. We definitely need a roof here. Should definitely build workshops. We want a carpenter station. Then we also want do I want that here? Do I really want that here? What I'm thinking is I want a loom. So we're taking that wool, making the thread. We need a loom. There was all those brown recluse webs out there as well. We'll probably need to do a quantum stockpile on this stone soon, so that we can. They're building shirt blocks. The stockpile is going to run out of shirt, and they're just going to start hauling shirt. We've come across some bauxite. I like the red of the bauxite. Let's go ahead and make a meeting area temple. No specific deity. Give people some place to pray. Put in an order for. We put in an order for tables, but we didn't put in an order for thrones. Doing 4 tables, might as well do 4 thrones as well. Okay. Chair, table. Yeah. Chair, table. Almost like a classroom dining hall. Everybody facing. Or a Fallout. education room. Let's go ahead and put a loom and clothier. Get a rock altar. Do not need 10 rock altars, just need one. Let's make it out of jet. Put a offering place. Okay. Dining hall. As soon as that chair opened up, came running. They were just waiting for chairs. We do need rock mugs, because I bet they are tired of drinking out of the barrels. Our well is filled up. We can pull this lever. This area does not appear to be cold enough to freeze the river, which would explain the hippos. Giant masked lovebirds, giant hornbill. I think you take that out and that as well. Those yaks keep on wandering out of there. I think they see a bird in the sky. So let's go ahead and let's clear ramps. And then I think what we can do is we could build some siege engines, and we can put some bolt shooters up here on this roof top. That should calm down those. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to call it. It's a 2-hour stream. I think we got the initial fort set up. We did get the well. We got the hospital. We got bedrooms. Got a dining hall. We got some seeds. We got a temple for some people to pray at. We got kind of this chaotic little workshop here Need to clean that up. But I think that's good for this evening. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys coming and sitting with me while I play. Okay. See you guys.